All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham, Rachakurash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim. Wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. It's going to be another video through the Spirit. All right, and I've seen this clip before, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all have seen it. You know, somebody, whatever. I found this channel, you know, they be uploading stuff dealing with the enslavement, you know, of our people and the shit that we went through. This is an old clip, you know, it's been up. I happened to come across it. I don't know if I did a video on it the last time. You know, I probably very well did. But just a reminder, you know, we're not, you weren't called to this truth to, we're not here to look flashy and fly. We're not here to, you know, try to be big smart guys. As it currently stands, we are in the land of our enemies. Our people have been broken, beaten, defeated, and destroyed, all right, through many systems, all right, and what, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, what he is doing is getting us ready spiritually in our minds, again, getting our faith together, so that when Yahushai returns, we're going to physically reclaim this world and physically repay this man of the foul that he did us. And not only for the slavery that we just went through a couple hundred years ago, but for all the captivities that these heathens have put us through. And that's the focus, all right? Having our faith in the Lord, our nation being restored, ceasing from sin, our glory being reclaimed. This is deeper than fringes and fucking this simple shit that you see Jake stuck on right now, man. We scattered across the world speaking languages of wherever the hell you happen to be born at. Heathen names, man. You waking up putting Crest toothpaste in your fucking mouth. Jake needs to focus on what this is about, all right? You know, we're not here to, this isn't a chicken eating program, all right? We have serious business that has to be handled here very soon between us and these heathen, all right, between us and Esau Edom, because of what he did to us, which is why we need to have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, and Jake needs to stop all this bullshit. I'm gonna let this play, but I'm gonna start with the scripture. You know, this is one of them videos that's gonna piss you off. All right, we're gonna start with this, Zephaniah 3:8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." This is one of the things that we're looking for. The Lord is going to put his spirit upon who? The elect, those 144,000 men, to be those literal warriors that go from landmass to landmass, whooping ass and breaking these shackles up off of us, all right? These is one of the goals. We're not out there, and notice it says, wait upon the Lord. We cannot get carnal right now. Having sticks at camp is not the route. Right now is the time to have the faith, and Yahushai will come and restore us. And then that's when we're going to get our revenge on what this man did to us. All right, but I'm going to let some pieces play out of this video to let you hear, to let you be reminded. You know, it's Sunday right now. It's Sabbath. You know, let you be reminded on this Sunday night how this man did us. All right, don't get too goddamn comfortable here. This motherfucker ain't a vacation. We're here in slavery.
To confuse his role as father and as man, and they did this on a consistent basis.
And he's talking about, you know, how us, when we were taken as slaves and brought here to the Americas, you know, how our entire family structure was broken apart.
Constant basis. And his reaction to that experience has created habits that we have today, which are not really African and which are not really healthy. So we as black,
and you know, they're on that African tip. You know, you can just replace that with Hebrew.
Males are going to have to reassess those roles that are helpful to building strong black families and
let the breaking process. You're saying that they would take a pregnant black woman as a psychological effect, tie her to a tree, cut her open and take the fetus from her,
yes,
and stomp it so that other slaves would see this and that fear would be penetrated in their being.
Exactly. The African warrior was a very strong person, and the atrocities that it took to break him and I had no idea until I researched the slavery experience what had happened. And I think that this is something that America has ignored, and it's something that we all ought to look at, because we'll understand how certain things and how we think today has come about. And I think that's probably necessary, because when you are trying to project a diagnosis, a solution, you need to look properly at the source in order to properly diagnose it, if you're looking for a solution. And I think the biggest problem in America is that we've ignored the slavery experience, especially blacks, and we need to look at that. We need to look at what we were and what we can be, and how the slavery experience has affected that, and how it is affecting that today, the concepts that have been passed down as a result of the slavery experience. But it was killed 2 or 3 for no reason, just to set up a tone. They had what they call the windmill, and the windmill it had razor blades in the plates.
Right now, I'm just letting y'all, he's just detailing some of the things that we went through.
It would go around, and they would bring the African women over. They didn't have to do anything. It wasn't a punishment, and would hang them from by their hands with their legs folded under. And when they would get tired, they'd let their legs go down and they'd cut their feet. Just breaking them in had nothing to do with a reaction to a negative behavior, but that was part of the breaking in period. If a slave was determined, if they determined that they were going to hang a slave, many times they would castrate him before they hung him and place the penis in his mouth, and then let him hang there and let all the slaves see it. And there were situations in which a male who was associated with the family did a behavior or committed something that the white man didn't like. They would cut his head off and his family's head, and they would place him on the fence so slaves could see it and be constantly reminded that any kind of deviation from what the slave masters wanted, this could be your fate. To her children, they would take small infants and throw them overboard, knowing that the mothers would go over after the children, and then they'd pull the mothers back and let the children go, pushing the concept that your offspring, where you're going, which was America, was not going to be under your control. When they got to the Caribbean, which was the breaking in period, they would bring the new slaves out, bring a pregnant lady, tie her to a tree, strip her of her clothes, cut her open, pull the fetus out. Once again, reinforcing the concept that your body and your offspring does not really belong to you. And
the slavery experience, all right? So the shame that has befallen our nation, that needs to be restored, which is why you had, let me see this right here, all right? We're not in this to look cool, to be posing for taking pictures. Our nation has lost its glory because we have sinned, and we're trying to get that back. So we're going to follow these words that was given to us, all right, to the best of our ability. This shame that is on us has to get broken off, all right? We need to get revenge for this shit, man. Don't know what the hell Jake talking about out here. Right here, that's why the apostle said this to the Lord. It says Acts 1, and I'll start at I'll just read it. Acts 1 and 6. It says, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? What kingdom? The fucking planet. All right? All the world. Because even in this time we were in shame under the Romans. All right? We need to get our glory back by following Yahweh Bashem Yahushai righteously this last final time, so that he can bestow us with the prowess to take this man's kingdom down. All right? That's one of the headlining objectives. If you're not following Yahushai the proper way, you're not going to have access to this, man. Don't know what the hell Jake is out here. Don't you want payback? God damn it. Wake up every goddamn day, gotta go to work. Up under this motherfucker. Motherfuckers all up in your face. You know, all behind your back, whispering, talking shit. You in the store getting followed around. We need Yahweh Shai, all right? We need our lion. We need our champion to come fight for us, to come save us, all right? Whom is worthy to be worshipped. Matter of fact, we'll go to Revelation. We can't do this on our own, man. This devil broke us, y'all. We ain't this bitch arguing with women. We ain't this mug going back and forth with women, man. We need the Lord. And anybody teaching you otherwise, anyone teaching you that there's any other way out of this is fucking lying to you. This devil goddamn broke us. There's no other way out of this but by him and doing what he said. All right, Revelation 5:5. It says, one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. That's who we need to come back for us, that Lion, Yahweh Shai, leading the charge so that we can do what? Come back to Genesis 49. This is what we waiting on, man. Fuck all this other shit, man. I ain't out here trying to look fly, goddammit. We need our glory back. Jake out here, man, dude. God damn it, Jake. Let me see. Where is that at? Yep. Genesis 49:8. It says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. That's what we're trying to get. Our hands at the necks of our enemies, and not carnally right now before the time. But if we listen and obey the Lord, he will restore us. You heard what they was doing to us, man. What the fuck is Jake focusing on and thinking about? You heard what they did to our women, to our children, to our men. This is a shame that we carry with us, and this cannot be avenged any other way but by following the Lord, and he will give us the power to rise up to the prey. All right? There's no other way. The law isn't going to deliver you there. The fringes ain't going to get you there. All right? If you don't believe on Yahweh Shai, then you have no hope of getting that glory back. He's going to be the one to lead the charge. Right here. This is what we're waiting on. This is one of the blessings that we will receive if we walk this walk righteously, y'all. This is one of the first, you know, in my waking moments, you know, we all got different spirits. Ultimately, if we're all, you know, us brothers, we're that elect, we're all warriors, you know. But this is one of the things I think about in my waking moments and going through the day. All right, waging war on behalf of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai against our enemies to reclaim our fucking glory. All right, we couldn't protect our women back then. We couldn't protect our children back then. But here soon, he's going to give us the ability to do so, and we will do so valiantly. All we have to do is follow the words that Yahweh Shai Hamashiach gave us by way of the prophets. All right. Follow what Paul taught. Follow what Peter taught. Timothy, John. All right. James. Don't creep up no other way. Otherwise, you will not be one of these mighty men who get to lay vengeance. All right. Ezekiel 25:14. And I will lay vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right. These heathen gonna know they fucked up by how bad we gonna get to fucking them up. We will get revenge for what this man did to us. All right. Me and the brother did a stream earlier dealing with the Willie Lynch letter, man. This shit is a fucking shame what happened to us. Look at our people. We gotta get this dude's blood back. But the only way we can even begin to walk on that path is if you're following Yahweh Shai, all right? And this should be one of the pure motivations to keep you in check. You want to have your hand at the neck of your enemies? You need to follow the Lord properly. You want to get revenge on Esau, Edom? You need to follow the Lord properly. All right, right here. Obadiah 1. Just double check. Yep, Obadiah 1:21. It says, and saviors shall come up upon Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. All right, and those saviors is going to be who? The elect. Why? Because they kept the patience. They trusted in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And he's going to come back and finally restore the kingdom to Israel. But that's only if you've been following correctly. All right. And I'm showing this video. Let this be, God damn it.
Shay, your mobile order's ready.
This video be fuel to the fire, to things that keep you in check. All right, this is one of the things that I said. I don't got no shame in saying it. You know, I sincerely want to be a part of this number, steamrolling this fucking planet. All right, the wicked of our people and these heathens. I don't got no shame in saying that. I want to be a part of that number, getting busy right next to the Lord. He tell me to go this way. That's the way I'm going. He say hit that fool getting hit. All right, we have to get we got to get that lick back. God damn it. And that not only, like I said, not only for what they just did a couple hundred years ago, but for all the captivities. This should be the fuel in that. This should be some of the fuel in that lamp that keeps you going that fucking night, to where you can't fucking sleep certain nights because you think about what has happened to us. The shame. You can't go in the store without being followed around because they look at us as criminals. Meanwhile, they beat us into submission. It's a sick joke. All right, things like this should keep you in line.
Father had limited authority over that. Without, I mean, he could do something, but he'd take his own life in jeopardy. It was a slave master that actually owned that child. That in itself is the height of insult. It's the height of humiliation.
Exactly, and we are a people fucking humiliated. All right, you can't do shit, nigga. You can't even go. You think you big and strong? The white man said you better have a pass to go to this gym, Negro. We can't do anything here. Your children aren't yours. You can't even fucking cook you something. If the codes in your house ain't up to code, you getting evicted out your shit, man. Don't have no power, no might here. So we're not to be posing looking mighty and tough on the camera. We out there trying to wake up the sheep sincerely. And then the rest of our life on your daily livings, you know, living your humble life, just trying to get your day-to-day, praying to be pulled out of this fucking shithole, man. This is not a joke. This is not a game.
For someone to take your own flesh and blood by a God-given mandate to take that away from you and to humiliate you. So black folk could not deal with the humiliation, so they chose other ways in which to deal with it. So
I'm going to ask you 3 questions that are related. Most black people do not conceive themselves as being still in slavery. So I'm going to ask you, number 1, are we still enslaved? And number 2, if we are enslaved, why don't we perceive that ourselves as being enslaved? And if we are enslaved and do not perceive ourselves as being enslaved, will we ever truly be liberated?
Okay, number 1, we are still enslaved. The concepts, like I said, that were developed to enslave are very much part of the behavior in both white and black America. That's why.
And that's just as simple as that. We're still slaves to this day, y'all. So as a slave, there's we're not to be proud up in this bitch, man. Talking about sticks at camp, man. Nigga, please. If you so big and bad, liberate us then, niggas. You bunch of niggas. You so big, bad, and fucking tough. You'll fight everybody, crack every nigga dome. Get us the fuck up out of here then, man. We're a people broken and a nation not desired, all right? And we need vengeance for this shit, man. Which is why we ought to follow the Lord, and he'll take us there. Psalm 60 and 12. It says, through Yahweh, all right? Not through our own means, not through the law, not through flying fancy garments, not through catching a plane and going to Jerusalem, not through building up a new Jerusalem, whatever the hell. Through the Lord, all right? Through Yahweh we shall do valiantly, for he it is that shall tread down our enemies. That's how. We'll get this victory by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and get vengeance for the shame and humiliation that this man has caused us over the past couple millennia, all right? Not just the transatlantic slave trade, over the past couple of millennia, meaning several thousands of years. We've been dealing with all these assholes up next to us. We the meat on the plate. We getting hemmed up by the mashed potatoes, the peas, the water next to us hemming us up. All right. Yahweh Shai is going to be the man to lead the charge, to give us that vengeance. So he's the one that we need to seek and follow. All right, right here. All right. So, hey, this capability will be given to us by the Lord. All right, Jeremiah 51:20. It says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces a young man and the maid." All right. And this power is going to be given to us by Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. It tells you, was that Matthew 24, the coming of the Son of Man. All the tribes of the earth shall mourn. And it says he's going to come with great power. All right. He's going to come and get us and change us. Give us those new bodies so we can get revenge. But none of that, like I said, none of that will be possible if you're not following him correctly. All right. So just, hey, that was it. Let this be fuel in that lamp that keeps you burning every fucking night. That keeps you on track and correct. All right, so I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem, or Chachurash. The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and citations to all direct Akim, Wa Akwat, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. I'm going to say Shalom.